All right, y'all. Shit, we in this bitch. We just gonna jump right into it. Ain't no introductions. You already know who it is. You can see it. You can read it. We in this bitch. But so a little before we went live, me and the guys was talking about Mo3 and Yella Beezy. And I asked my niggas how they feel about the situation, and my nigga ECG said,
Fuck 'em.
"Is but you gotta tell me what was you saying?"
I was saying that like I think they die quick like that because they want to get rich as soon as possible type shit. Like as far as like signing papers too quick type shit without reading it,
Mm,
having they own personal lawyer read it instead of having the music industry lawyer read it. Like you feel me?
mm,
And it's like I feel like they be signing all these papers and shit. Like once you become a rapper, like once you sign a deal, they put some rapper insurance on you. So like just like you
mm,
got a insurance on the car,
mm-hmm,
rapper insurance because of the shit that happens. You know what I'm saying with rappers, like the shooting and shit that surround all that. So like the company gonna get paid whether you die or live. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
And I believe it be shit like that. Like they be like, oh, the shit don't sound good, then fuck it. Then they kill them. You know what I'm saying? And then now, like the music wasn't hot, but now it's hot because you did.
Which this is crazy that we talking about this because even me and my girl last night was having this conversation about like Diddy and do she believed that he had something to do with Big's death, and I didn't necessarily believe that because I'm like this show cash cow, but from what you saying, it sounds like you kind of agree with my girl, and she even said the insurance thing too, so it's funny, but so you pretty much agree that niggas is worth more dead than alive.
Oh yeah, and even like superstars like Drake and Kanye West and shit, they get that one type of insurance like Lord of London. So like they can have a concert somewhere, don't go. The insurance company still gonna pay the venue. You know what I'm saying? Like they performed or whatever. Like you feel me? It's crazy. It's bigger than what people be thinking. Did it go? Cause it sound like I
My
don't hear it.
apologies.
Okay.
My apologies. Nigga got a fucking call. Nigga at work and shit.
Hmm.
But yeah. So, to a certain extent, you know what I'm saying. I think certain artists are worth more dead than alive. But it's like after that, it honestly it doesn't make any sense, especially when you got like a nigga like a Biggie to a Diddy. If this your biggest cash cow and you ain't got nothing in place yet, like that's only gonna last for so long. I feel like some niggas is worth more alive than they are dead. Like Biggie could have kept producing these albums,
But
these hits. You know what I'm saying? So
look
to
how they
go
flip
to go
this.
for like 4 quarters or 2 years of that
Right.
money versus a decade plus of getting that bread. Like look how many niggas then came and went through Bad Boy after that. When you could have had
But
one nigga who could
but
have.
that's how they show you. But that's how they should. How you should see that like music is really redundant. Like you only can come up with so much music for real to where it's like okay, like we know you. Like you know what I'm saying. Like all right, nigga. You
But
know.
I mean, then you got a nigga like Jay-Z. Like he been kind of telling, if you really listen, bruh been telling the same story for 20, 30 years. And granted, now he not as active musically as he was. His impact and influence is already there. But he was able to tell his story different ways but he telling the same story, and he didn't have to die for niggas to want to keep selling his shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
he that was worth more alive than dead. I feel like Biggie was that artist too, but that's just my
But I
opinion.
feel I feel like for me, like I like Jay-Z to me is like, okay, they say he shined for 10 summers. That just means his music
Relevant.
was machine pushed out for 10 years straight type shit. I'm telling you, like, between them 10 years, it was a lot more people that was like, you know what I'm saying, creatively way better than Jay-Z. Is what I'm saying. Is like I think Jay-Z he took the Drake way out as far as like nigga, I took 8 advances. Like you know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
nah,
I told the record company to give me 8 advances and I was able to buy my way out of it. But by him doing them deals and shit like that, you got a big major company pushing your music out. Like I'm gonna tell you, man, wasn't nobody buying Jay Z shit out of no after Trump.
that's that's not true.
Jay
And
Z shit.
this is why with certain artists I agree. With a nigga like Jay Z, I gotta disagree, and it might come off as biased because I'm a big fan of Jay. Any nigga who know me know that. But me knowing his story, that's why I gotta disagree. Like it's one thing to look like you popping, and then it's another thing to actually be popping. Like when you see this nigga shows that he's selling by himself, you can't fake what the crowd is. You can't fake crowd reaction. Like you can only buy so many tickets before you're in the red. If you're a label, from what you saying, like if you got a machine pushing you, it's only so many albums. I mean, it's only so many seats you gonna buy until you start feeding into your profit. Hold on, give me y'all talk amongst yourselves. Give me a second.
Shoot.
Shit, I put Method Man
Above
before
Jay
Jay
Z.
Z. Like I'm that type of nigga. Like
Takai.
I love New York, bro. New York, New York would be like one of my homes, man. Like one of my second homes. Like if I had it like that, like man, I had
All
me
right,
a nice.
I heard y'all say you choosing Method Man over Jay Z. That's your preference. But if we looking out into that crowd,
What was
who
Method
had
Man
the
from New
bigger
York?
crowd and who reacting to like one thing that's
Hey,
undeniable whether you like him or not, one thing that's undeniable is Jay-Z's influence on pop culture, not just hip hop but pop culture. That's
Uh,
one thing we cannot deny.
yeah, but
If
see, I'm saying that Forte because uh, it's only like that because he was machine pushed. If
but he was
anybody else, listen real quick. If anybody else was pushed out there, like if E40 was out there pushed just like how Jay Z was, man,
that's a bad
then
example.
everybody be saying hyphy and shit, and everybody
But
be cool as fuck.
let's be real, because that's a bad example. Because even without that major push, E40 is that nigga. Whether you like him or not, whether you
Right,
understand
but
his lingo or
I'm just
not,
that's what I'm trying to
one
say.
thing
Like
one
that's
thing
what
about Jay Z is even before he got with Def Jam, when it was just Rockefeller, them niggas was really pushing. Like niggas will tell you Jay was the man even before the rap shit. He had the streets already, so he was going to be. It, the labels didn't want him. They didn't understand him. But the streets understood him. And it got to the point where he was so undeniable because the streets wanted him. They had to come to the table and sit down and negotiate with him. Like,
I think the streets don't want him,
bro.
Forte. I think he was
I,
forced on the streets.
but you going off of what you think. I'm going off of what I know. I'm going off of what I see. Like, you can go back and if you really pay attention to bruh, like upbringing and and his whole story is
I mean,
undeniable.
I was there. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you, like, sometimes as a child, we would go on family vacations, go to New York, and like we like the Rough Rider. We would actually see the Rough Riders, you know what I'm saying, on they motorbikes and four wheelers and shit in the streets, buying
Hmm.
people McDonald's and shit in Jamaica, Queens, like.
Hmm.
And then like when you in New York, just walking around, you will see somebody like Don Cheadle. You might see Bruce Willis. You may see Whitney Houston. Like, you know what I'm saying. But it's like, man, I wouldn't be excited if I saw Jay Z.
That's
Like,
you.
man,
That's you. I'm not. You can't. I'm not coming from a place of me just being a fan of Jay. I'm talking about just paying attention. Like, again, he don't have to be your personal preference. E40 is not my personal preference, but I would be lying if I said his influence on this side of the map is not prevalent. Like, who else? I don't like NBA YoungBoy, but I would be lying if I said bro didn't have an impact on these young niggas.
yeah, he got an impact. That's what I'm saying.
You see what I'm?
But,
That's
but
exactly, and
look,
it's
but
not.
look,
It's
it be
not
a
even
young
just because he
boy.
being pushed on it, bro. This nigga
He
wasn't even
being
on all
pushed.
streaming platforms. He was at one point solely on YouTube, and he had mixtapes on like that Piff Live mixtapes, Comedy Hub, and shit like that, right? But he still became, even with you in a certain pocket of the industry or whatever, for you to have that influence on young niggas. Like, young niggas love you. Like, another instance is Currency. Currency isn't majorly pushed, but out of all your favorite rappers, I could say 10% gonna tell you they fuck with Currency. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, some shit is like super industry push. Like, what? Like, I feel like Glorilla and a bunch of these artists right now are industry pushed. They forced on you on the radio. They forced on you in the club, etc. Some shit is just undeniable. Like, some niggas just sneak in because
Hmm.
the streets love them so much. Like Gucci. Gucci was not an industry guy, but look at the influence he had on Atlanta and rap. I'm not gonna say hip hop. Excuse me. I'm gonna say rap. Gucci's influence on rap, whether we talking about the beats, whether we talking about the work ethic, like wasn't nobody dropping like Gucci besides maybe Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne
Yep.
might hit you with that much work, and then Future came and started doing the same thing. But niggas
Hmm.
was not dropping like Gucci, even fresh out of prison. Niggas doing albums soon as they get out. Like, bruh,
And
these young
see,
niggas
and
look
see,
up to this nigga.
that's what I'm saying. It's like I understand Jay Z. The position he in is, but it's just like it's other cats. like you think Nas, you think Jay Z better than Nas?
Me personally,
Yeah.
yes, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell
Whoa.
you why. Nas just started having hot beats. When I'm listening to music, I need everything, not just lyrics. Nas is lyrics. Like, he say lyrics that like they studying in Oxford and Harvard and shit like that right now. But for me, if we talking about me, I think Jay is better because production wise, flow wise, relatability wise, as far as like he keep it simple enough that you can get it and bob your head to it, but still complex enough to slide double, triple, sometimes quadruple entendres in there. Like, your product flow, voice, all that. Like, I say this all the time. Young Nudie is not the best rapper. He's not even close to being the best rapper. But he one of my favorite rappers today because he figured out his sound, and he know his brand well enough. Like, his beats fit perfect with his voice. His flow over these beats is amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jay-Z was the no Diddy, the full package, and Nas was like the street scholar or whatever. And if he had better beats, hold on.
I don't know for real, like In my opinion, it really depends on what you trying to find when listening to these niggas. Like,
My bad, man. Damn, this the only thing about doing this goddamn podcast at work. Motherfuckers gonna leave me the fuck alone. But anyway, yeah, Steve, you were saying something?
I was just saying, it depends. Like, in my opinion, it really depends on like what you looking for out of it.
As
Yeah, I
far
mean, everybody don't like that gangster type rap or whatever. But like when I was looking for gangster type rap, like it wasn't Jay Z. It'd be something like some real shit, like Project Pat, A Ball,
I wouldn't call Jay
MJG.
Z a gangster rapper. I would never call Jay Z a
He,
gangster rapper.
that's what he always talking about.
He
Like
never he never called himself a gangster rap. He might talk street shit because he come from it, but I've never heard him say I'm a gangster rapper. So I wouldn't put him in the class of who you talking about. Like you were saying, you'll put Project Pat. I even put Plies in there. I wouldn't even put Jeezy in gangster rap. These is like trap talkers, like niggas who live that street life, who sold what they sold. But if I'm gonna say gangster rap, that's gonna be I'm gonna credit a lot of them West Coast niggas. I'm gonna credit some down like Pastor Troy. He might get that pass. Or you might call that a crunk rapper. I don't know. Definitely, I like that you said Project Pat because I'm listening to Cheese and Dope, and I'm like, this nigga was a menace.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
so yeah, but I've never heard Jay Z even classify himself as that. Like Jay Z
I
is
mean,
an
but
introspective
that's what he
rapper.
rap about though.
Not he don't just nah, not necessarily because on one side, on it's different. It's different to say you're a gangster rapper when you talking about killing niggas and gang banging, and I've never heard Jay talk like
See,
that. He talk
I,
about selling. He talk about what he used to sell and how it made him feel that he was doing this to his community and the reason why he was selling what he was selling. And then on the flip side, I would hear him flex about how much money he got, how your jewels ain't shiny like his or authentic like his, how your clothes ain't like his clothes, how he set the trend and you gotta catch up. Or I'm on you on a bus and I'm flying over your bus in my private jet. Like Jay talk luxury talk, but he tell you where he came from. He an introspective rapper. This the same guy who said I had to hustle, my back to the wall, ashy knuckles, pockets filled with a lot of lint, not a cent, got a vent, lot of innocent lives lost on a project bench. Like that's the talk that Jay Z talking. And then you got niggas who I got cheese, dope, and some like you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, me.
talking. You got niggas right now that's talking about who they shot, or nigga, I do this, I'll run up on him with no mask. Like I've never heard Jay talk like that. I've never heard Nas talk like that. So I wouldn't even put Nas in the gangster rap category either.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what category I put him in. All I know is like the only time I could kind of like feel Jay Z is when he come out with them one songs like where he kind of halfway crying. Like what's that one?
The
Um,
only crying song I could give you is Song Cry. And he was
yeah, that's
even
what I'm
saying
talking about.
that's
When he
the
come out with a song
he
like that,
that's the
oh
only
yeah,
song you like.
uh,
I mean, I'm
yeah,
not here to
that
convince a
that
nigga.
that lost one,
He
take
lost
one.
his nephew.
Oh, I'm
Like,
just,
come on, bro.
I'm, just,
You ain't got no sympathy
I'm
for a
saying,
nigga
I'm
who
saying
feel
I can
guilty.
feel it. I'm saying I can feel it. Like, okay,
Oh, all right.
that's a
I was
that's
about to
a
say,
cool
God damn.
song. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I was about to say this nigga lost his nephew and blaming himself because he provided the car that he died in. Like, I'm like, damn, you ain't got no sympathy for the nigga.
no,
Yo.
damn.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not here to campaign for Jay. I'm just saying like to kind of go back to the topic, like it's certain niggas that like are worth more alive than dead. You know what I'm saying? Like you can do more. Like look at Snoop. What if Snoop's story had ended by going to prison for that murder?
I wouldn't have missed it. I'm not a Snoop fan either,
God damn.
but
I mean, I'm
it's
not the
like,
biggest Snoop. As
man,
far as musically, his best shit was his first shit. But as far as like watching the trajectory and being somebody's like role, maybe not role model. Yeah, somebody's role model who come from that lifestyle who can change into
The
look where
dog.
look where he didn't went. Like this nigga started off cripping. He still throw his C's up and rap where he
Still
from,
crazy.
but he bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? Like he showed niggas
He's
you
an
can do more than
international
this.
crip.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even that, like he more than that. Like when you think Snoop back then, you would have thought gangster rap. Now you think like Uncle Snoop, the nigga who coached youth football, the nigga who on this show, this movie, this like
A lot of
he,
niggas' uncles are gangsters.
Yeah, but I like to think of
you
him
get
as
what I'm saying.
remember that movie Pootie Tang where he, where he tried to get him to sell the liquor and shit.
Right.
That's how I look at Snoop. Like, you know what I'm saying? He the one to put his face on the Code 45. Like,
So you feel like Snoop is an opportunist?
yeah, he don't give a fuck for real. Like, you know, shit, he still wants to drink that Coke 45, which is disgusting.
On
I don't
God.
know. I don't know why people would drink that. It's crazy.
Beer period. I don't understand that. But I would granted we ain't supposed to you shouldn't look up to celebrities and athletes and stuff like that because everybody human. But it is certain niggas in the industry. I'm like, if you're gonna look up to anybody, this is who you should look up to. Not everything about them. Like that's another thing too. Like people believe like if you a fan of somebody, you gotta side and agree with everything they do.
Oh
Shit,
yeah.
if you my homie, I don't agree and side with everything you do. In public, I'm not gonna check
Mm-hmm.
you in front of the world. But when we get to
Mm-hmm.
our private, whether we get to the car or we get back to the crib, I'm like, bruh, what? Why did you do that? Like,
Mm-hmm.
that wasn't the move. That ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? But
Nigga, you know
nah, it's
one.
still everybody human. But it's some people that's blatantly shitty people. You know what I'm saying? I would not tell a
Yep.
nigga to look up to a little dirt. No offense to Lil Durk. But nigga, you telling on you.
Yeah.
If you gonna commit crimes, my nigga, if that's the lifestyle you going down, the last thing you should do is
Make a song about it.
right. I'm not finna go kill a nigga and then be like, yo, on the 29th of May at 8 p.m., we slid down 55th and 7th. Like, nah, nigga, what?
You got 5 guns, and all of
5
them
times
got
I
their
hit him.
serial
I
numbers
stood
scratched
over it.
off.
Right.
We got
Right.
masks on, and we bought the mask from Walmart around 3 p.m. on a Saturday evening.
Right. That's not what and to kind of go back to how I initially started the live off with the Mo 3 and Yella thing, like it's gonna sound bad. I feel like Mo 3 was probably a more authentic nigga than Yella, but Mo 3 had it coming.
Yeah, because I believe because they was shooting Yellow Beezy first. They shot Yellow Beezy was in like two or three shootouts before this bullshit because I remember seeing him get shot and he was in the hospital
Mm,
when he first came out because he the dude with the he had the duck fade and shit. So
yeah, I hate it.
the backwards yeah the backwards duck fade or some shit.
I hate them shits, bro. But
Yeah,
yeah,
like
yeah.
so they was shooting him first. But I believe that like people that artists that rap about that shit, they get caught up in the character and forgetting like who they is for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause they know they ain't like that in front of their mama. Like, they ain't gonna come up in front of their mama. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
But with Mo 3, the way they talk about Mo 3 and watching like some like mini docs and shit like that, Mo 3 was really like that.
in
So
front of his
honestly,
mama,
his
like,
character, he ain't even if I'm not mistaken, like bro was a nuisance since he was a child, bro.
man,
Like
what's crazy is I remember when he first came out, he seemed like a nice young boy. I remember that, and then they started shooting him.
Mo 3 is he was he was getting down as a young nigga. Like so
Yeah, I mean, once
honestly
they
with
put the
him that
tattoos
nigga,
on their face, man, there's a wrap.
his character was him and he played it till he died. And
Yeah,
that's
that's
somebody it went and that be the problem too. Like you said, niggas get so caught up in the character or niggas not realizing that their character is harming the success they building. Like if man, if I get some money and I be if I was in the streets and I get some bread or some notoriety or fame that's gonna get me out of it, I'm not going back. I'm not going back. And that might sound for a street nigga listening. That might sound like you might be looking at me like, bro, you don't know what the fuck you
You don't
talking about,
understand.
right? But I mean, you got a nigga like DJ Quick, who really blood, who really was in the streets, who really was beefing, and he even walked away from death row. He said this out his own mouth. I walked away from death row because I took this music path because it was getting me out of the streets. He said death row felt like the streets coming into the industry, and he had to walk away from it. Nigga, you got a choice. Everybody got a choice.
Mm-hmm.
And for Yellow Beezy, whether he did put that money on Mo3 or whatever, like nigga, kill him with success. Although, honestly, the whole issue, and not to go too full down, because we not from Dallas. I can't really. I don't want to speak on
That
other
nigga
niggas'
said, "Fuck that,
politics.
man. I'ma just kill him."
That's what them. Yeah, that's what he was pretty. That's pretty much what happened. Like niggas was too engulfed in that. Like, bruh, Yellow Beezy, you got a feature with Chris Brown, my nigga. Like, you done
No
work with
way.
Boosie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you done work with some notable names, my nigga. Like, you could have let the streets be the streets.
I mean, shit. Anytime he came on, man, I changed this shit.
He probably
Yeah,
did some unforgivable we don't know nothing about.
I'm not listening to Yellow Beezy. Not a full
Not at
project.
all.
You know what I'm saying? But
Shit, I'm
he
not
do
even
got a
listening to a
couple,
single.
huh?
I'm not even listening to a single.
He got a couple songs I like. I like that song with Chris Brown. I like That's On Me. I like them the only two I know.
But I think guys like that.
Man, they played that's on me out so much,
They
man,
did.
for like 3 summers. I'm
They did.
cool.
But see,
That's on me,
I think
baby.
guys like that, they get their money from like when they go to Africa or some shit, like and do shows in Africa, like princes and shit and princesses or whatever, harem or whatever. I think they get their money when they go out of country, like because people in the U.S. like, oh man, fuck that nigga, like.
Nah, hell
But
no. Nah. All right, look, see, you gotta separate you from other people. You can make like I can't necessarily speak for Ohio. It's enough people in Ohio that we could get rich off of, but that ain't how our state is built. For a Texas, for a Arizona, for like
mhm,
for certain places like this, niggas can literally get rich and not have to go nowhere else. They can solely get rich off their state and not have to go and perform nowhere else. Like Slim Thug, he even
mhm.
say it. Texas is his cash cow. Like Yella Beezy cool in Dallas. Yella Beezy is fine in Texas. Maybe as far as the beef go, maybe not. But as far as getting that bread, like bro was able to get money doing shows. I don't know about streams and shit. I don't know what them streams looking like. But
I know what
niggas,
they're about to look like.
just cause
They
we
might
not
go
fans,
up.
just cause we not fans, don't mean that them niggas wasn't building a buzz. Clearly, they had to for us to know about them. Same with Mo 3. I wasn't listening to Mo 3 whole catalog, but I know who Mo 3 is. Even before the death.
But I wish I knew what they was really thinking though. Like when you ready to put some money on somebody's head, like what do you be thinking at that moment for real? Like, like why you trying to get them out the way that desperately to
I
like,
think go ahead.
cause for real, if you really wanted them out the way that desperately, like why not like cut their tongue out their mouth and,
Damn.
and like you know what I'm saying, fuck their hands up.
Like really fuck up the money maker.
Like you know what I'm saying, and like put some shit in their eyes. You know what I mean?
Cause think about it.
Really Ray
Think about it.
Charles a nigga.
Think about it. Like if Mo 3 was the nuisance they say, what let's not even just say Mo 3. Let's just say in general. If you got a nigga that's playing the bully role,
Oh, he was robbing them and stuff.
bro, they say Mo 3 was a nuisance,
Oh
bro.
yeah, not
He
not
was
Mo
really a
Mo
problem.
Mo 3 was really hawking them down for real, for real.
They say this nigga was really, but outside of that situation, let's just say in
Like
general,
like
if you
like if
got
a
a,
nigga was bored, and he just like, you know what? I know
I'm
what to
gonna pull
do.
up. I'm gonna pull up. Like,
Not
but
even that, like man, like I'm gonna pull up, of course, but how I'm gonna pull up?
exactly.
Like man,
And
I'm,
you
I'm
know,
gonna make it a
we
big
in the internet era.
extravaganza.
We in the internet time. So niggas is pulling up and your reputation is everything. So if a nigga, if you claiming to be this street nigga, this tough nigga, and then you got a nigga that's debunking you, nigga, like what do? You gotta show you gotta show your hand. But outside of the Mo 3 Yella Beezy shit, let's just say like on some Friday shit, you gotta kill Debo. Cause clearly just beating him up is not enough. You gotta kill him. Or let's not say kill. You gotta remove him off the board some kind of way. And prison ain't enough because niggas can call shots from prison.
If you sprain a nigga ankles, he gonna leave you alone.
Nah, hell nah.
He gonna leave you alone. That's ankle sprain. Man, both you
Hell
sprain
nah.
both his ankles. Come on, he can't even walk no more, man, for a
But
second,
he can
man.
still talk shit. He can still taunt you. He can still, especially if he one of them type bullies that like not just physically get to you, but mentally get to you too, and fucking with your self esteem and type like. I don't know if niggas ever
Yeah,
had a bully or whatever, but like
that's
That's
gonna make a
scary.
nigga want to kill you.
That's
that's
what
what
we
you see
gotta.
what I'm saying.
No, you just gotta fight, man. That's all you gotta do.
That's why
But
he got killed because
but
man
some
niggas
niggas
start to fight.
some niggas is so hard headed, bro. Fighting is not enough. Like first it escalate to different levels. Like the first thing a nigga probably do who's a civilian is gonna tell. When telling don't work,
You
then you
gotta
gotta
hang they
strike.
mama.
When striking don't work, bro, what else are you supposed to do? When this nigga like when he damn near when you sock a nigga and he tell you, "Oh, I like that." What
You
do
gotta
you
immature
do?
a family member.
Throw some water on his ass.
What do you do when you sock a nigga with everything you got and that nigga hug his jaw and tell you, "Oh, I like that." Like, what do you?
Then you know you really got a hog town.
You gotta get something
You really gotta
that's really gonna take his jaw off. You feel me?
and
Bro, there's
talk
some
to
niggas
him.
out here that got nothing to live for. Got nothing to live
There's a
for.
lot of
Nothing.
niggas out there who got nothing to live
Oh
for.
man, that's
You see what I'm
crazy,
saying?
man.
That's
What do
what a
you do with
crash
them
out
niggas?
is.
The crash outs have to go, bro. Some kind of way. And the sad part is, a lot of the niggas that got fame and some money right now are crash outs and don't give a fuck about nothing that they got right now. And they willing to throw their life away just to prove to either you or the internet that they bout that. That's dumb, but it's real life. Niggas is really like that. I don't understand it. I mean, I'm not
Yeah,
supposed to because I got shit to live for. But,
yeah. The crash out culture is crazy. It seemed like
that's,
if you an artist that crash out, like like you in there right now for real. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the vibe right now.
hmm Yeah, you get glor. Yeah, that shit is glorified right now. Like niggas dissing they dead ops and shit like that.
Man, it's because they
You,
all are club babies.
you
You
said
know,
they
man,
what?
they club babies, man. Like
What you mean by?
they mamas and daddies was out there getting fucked up at the club. You know, before and after they had the little motherfuckers, and
No.
they still going out there, leaving the kids at home by themselves, not knowing what the fuck they doing. You feel me? Like,
Hmm.
and they
Right.
partying, like man. So that means they got an excess of drugs at the house because if a motherfucker going to the club, they gonna have weed. Or they might have some other motherfuckers, some perks, some motherfucking beans, like whatever the fuck.
Hmm.
Like, man, and that's somewhere inside the house. These little motherfuckers see that shit. They either gonna hit a lick or they gonna become the lick. Like, man, crash out culture.
Or they just gonna go out into that environment
That's
because
what
they ain't
that's
got
what
no
I'm
life.
saying. Like either they gonna hit the lick or they gonna become the lick. Like they gonna they gonna they gonna dabble in it regardless because that's all they see from social media, in real life.
Right, right. So at that point, can you blame them?
No, not wholeheartedly
Right,
because they just become a product of their environment in a way.
right. And I'll be dumb. I think we all a product of our environment. So I can't even. It's not right, but I can't expect you to rise above dirt when all you know is dirt. That's normal to you. That's light. That's your lifestyle at that point. So I can't even be mad. But I can be because it's like at some point your body gonna tell you this is right or this isn't right.
Right.
And if you choose to ignore that at that point, that's where I'm like, nigga, well, fuck you. You know?
Right.
Yeah. But okay. So my next question is, since we kind of touched on the industry a little bit, do you think the industry is as broke as they say they are? Music in particular. Because me and my girl was talking about entertainment as a whole, and I
I
don't know
don't
about
think
the
so.
actors and shit, but as far as musicians and labels and shit, you think even the label owners is going broke too? Or,
Nah, I don't think so. I just think artists need to be more creative on advertising their art. Like if you coming out with a project, on any project you come out with, I think you should have like a docu series,
mm,
like like a little short documentary, like uh basically what you was doing or nigga what you wasn't doing. You know what I'm saying? But you talking about your little project
mm-hmm.
and you might be eating some noodles or some shit, like you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And you getting fresh for the day or something like, but just put out like a little video before you even, you know what I'm saying, come out with the record. Like, you know what I'm saying? And
Mm,
then everybody see this like, oh, and then you got your record playing in the background as you doing your docu series. Like, you feel me?
mm-hmm.
It's just sometimes you need some shit. It's just the way you produce your stuff. Like, you feel me?
But
It's
what
all
would
about
be selling?
advertising.
What? Because back in the day, they were selling hard copies of albums. So what are they selling? What would you sell after the documentary? Or is the documentary the way you packaging that? Is that an exclusive drop to where you gotta buy it to see it? Or like take me there, run it, and I hit y'all like.
I think it'd be like a free. It'd be free, like a free little docu series, like a little documentary before you put out your EP.
Mm,
And depending on what your music is, you know what I'm saying, your docu series is gonna correlate with that. So like, um, but like as far as if you were selling your CD, like if you buy the CD, like you could have an extended docu series of like some real shit that was going on. Like you feel me?
mm,
And then like you get that once you buy the record. Like, but if you don't buy the tangible record, you won't even be able to get that.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
mm. So you pretty much saying like the music itself is not the selling point. It's the incentives that come with buying the music.
right? It's the experience because like
See,
people don't
Like
really want
good
people
word.
want to hear your music and shit like that, but they really want to know your background. They want to know if your dog died, if
Mhm,
if your girlfriend is fat.
like they want to know what you went through for the process of that music. Like you feel me? Like
right.
they want to be in on the creative spill of your ideas. Like you feel me? Like you know people like, and it makes sense why like so many artists nowadays do the whole bundling thing with
Right.
their album rollouts, but they
Mm-hmm.
ain't really giving us nothing that we can like we can really like put to good use. Like
Right.
they're giving us tangible items, but that won't last. They
Mm.
give us a cup, a shirt. The shirt will go end up having holes in it or fading or whatever the fuck eventually. So it's
So
not
as
something
a,
that's gonna. What you say?
I was gonna say, as a fan, not even coming from an artist standpoint, but as a fan, what would you rather your favorite artist give you? Because I mean, like ECG said it. He said it. He said the word I was looking for, which was experience. That's what people really care about. So because if it music don't sell like it used to because of the fact you can stream shit for free.
Like
So you would
I
have
say
to experience. But
like
what do
man, do it in three parts, man. Like
you?
do your documentary on the background behind the music type shit. Let
Mm-hmm,
them know what you went through while creating it.
mm-hmm,
But at the same time, give them the visual. Go the Master P route, man. Make the movie. It don't even have to be a long movie. It could be like Blame It on the Streets.
mm-hmm. Right,
You
YG.
feel me? Like just a real quick 30-minute, 20-minute movie or show, whatever, pilot, however you want to put it,
Mm-hmm,
and just let them know, like, man, this is how it felt. So this is supposed to be how it feels to listen to this whole album or project or EP or whatever. Like that's
mm-hmm.
ain't that the point of music videos,
To sell the music.
to sell the music,
Right,
but not just sell the music, sell the brand, sell the
mm,
artist.
right.
But
Absolutely.
see, if you do it like this, documentary, movie, or show, well, however you want to do it, skit, whatever.
Mm,
Then music video, you give them three different perspectives
mm,
of the project.
mm. Okay. And I'm glad we talking about this because also this kind of the direction I want to head with the podcast. Like I really want to start asking other artists topics and shit that they got questions about. Like what's making what's hard about the process for you as a artist? Like what are questions that we could talk about or topics that we could talk about and try to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like this one of them ones, like as an artist, you can't take the same approach as it was like 1990 or early 2000 or even 2010s. You can't the selling point ain't the same. So it's like what is the Achilles heel to an artist today? And I feel like that'll also help us come up with even more topics. But
For his ego.
what niggas not wanting to collab or what?
Not,
What you mean
not,
by
even,
that?
not even that. Like the whole, like going back to this beef shit.
Hmm.
Like man, it's really because of pride. Like you really dive deep into it. A motherfucker don't like what a motherfucker said. Boo hoo.
Right,
Everybody's sensitive nowadays.
right,
Like, bro, you making music. This is your job. Somebody piss you off at work. You don't gotta talk to them. You gotta respond to them. You don't even gotta talk behind the motherfucker's back. Make your shit. Keep your
right,
shit going. Keep yourself relevant. Don't feed into their energy because all you doing is making them more relevant than you. You can
right,
you can you can be a shining a burning star, bright as all get out. Another motherfucking star pop up, is feeding off your energy. All you doing is just exerting yourself. Now
right.
that motherfucker brighter than you, and you about to fucking supernova. Oh yeah, you blowing up, but not in the way that you want to.
Right.
Like that's all it really be. Like niggas pussy nowadays, man. Like straight up.
Right.
And you don't like what I said, make a song about it.
Right. I mean, yeah, like even in this day, it's hard to battle rap because niggas take shit way too far. It's a difference between dissing dead niggas and dissing the on some competition shit. Like, granted, not all music and well, shit. From what I just learned, James Brown had an issue with. Well, damn, nah, that's not a good example either because James Brown pulled up.
Yeah, he had a shotty.
Right. So that's not a good.
He Omar Little that shit.
Right. Yeah, he wasn't trying to hear that shit. He was like, hold on, where? Yeah, you got a
Hey,
show where? Oh, okay, but
my
nah,
little man hit the
that
James Brown this morning, bro. I got weak.
you say what?
My little man's hit the James Brown this morning. Man, I was like, oh yeah, he happy. I'm like, it's gonna be a good day.
Yeah, that's funny. So he got that little anime dance going too.
Oh,
The
bro,
arms behind your back,
bro.
crazy.
Hey, he a gangster dancing, bro.
Oh,
Man, let me get him into a couple little fighting things, man.
Crazy.
Like, bro, and if I could get somebody to teach me how to break dance, oh, he killing stuff.
Yeah.
Because he already tried to kick people by like sliding.
Oh, he on his windmill shit.
Man, fuck the windmill, bro. This nigga trying to be a tornado out this bitch. Like,
Bro,
man, MMA ain't ready for him. Dana White, look out for him, man.
crazy.
He be out there soon. He
But
only 4, but he be out there soon.
I'm to go back to the question. Me personally, I don't think the industry is as broke as they say they are, especially when it comes to like the CEOs of this company, especially the major companies. I do not think they as broke as they say. I think that's like you know, when you got a bunch, when you got some money, but you don't want niggas to know you got some money. So the famous line you tell them is, "Shit, I'm broke."
yep.
The industry itself isn't broke. The individual
Right,
may be.
right.
Like if you ain't putting out no Drake numbers or have a legacy like Jay-Z, like you know, the 10 summers,
Mm,
that's still getting in rotation. Like
right.
because of people like yourself, Tay. Like man, you know, you go back, you'll listen to the albums.
Super fact.
You feel me? So that's still bringing him revenue. But when it comes to people like man, let me think. People like these new artists that signing these bullshit deals
Mm-hmm.
like money growing trees or money is water. Like that's how fast they spending it. Some of them might be investing,
Right.
but a lot of them, man, they're shit. The assets they're accumulating ain't really feasible. Like man, you can't do nothing with it.
But what's so crazy is like the difference between now and then was it's easier to build leverage before you get to the labels so you're not being taken advantage of. But yet these niggas are still signing these fucked up deals and that's why they broke because they go for the money right now versus the long term, which I understand, especially if you come from a pretty fucked up situation already. That's understandable. But at this point, if you done built a fan base, you done built that leverage, why would you just hand that over so easily for say $1 million right now? Or 100,000 or 150,000 right now.
Cause niggas ain't never had shit.
But if you got a fan base to where the labels is coming and not, you should
See,
be able to get that money off of your show alone. That's and if you selling merch at the show, that's some bread right there.
what you got to understand is like man, A lot of people don't believe in their fans. Like, well, I'm not gonna say a lot. I'm gonna say some of them don't believe in their fans, even
Mm,
if they do have a a following. Like, man, I know you seen it. I can't give out names at the moment,
mm,
but I know you seen most people like Doja Cat. You
mm.
feel me? You know, even though she doing good with her music, but you see how she turned on her fans.
What she do? Damn, I missed it.
Like she pretty much like belittled and made fun of them back in the day.
For real?
Yeah,
What year was this?
it's probably like I might be wrong. I'm gonna say in the span of 2 or 3 years.
Ago?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
2 to 3 years ago? She was on some bull. Damn,
Like,
what was that?
like like what happened?
I think it
Oh,
was like some white and black shit.
it was that, and then it was when she shaved her eyebrows and all that shit. Like like what was they saying? It was
That's
like
crazy.
they was like, don't you understand that we care about you and we you know like we made you who you are, and she was like, nigga, I don't even know you. Give a fuck. Like, man, oh boo hoo.
Hmm.
I
You're
thought
all
that
hurt, bro, because you want me to actually care about somebody I never met a day in my life.
this
You
dude sounds
made
familiar.
you got me here, but now I'm here. Take it.
Mm,
Like she really was like bro at their throat type shit.
mm.
Like she gave no fucks. I kind of had a little respect for it because
I was
I'm
about to
really
say,
I'm not a Doja Cat fan, but every now and then a couple songs I might listen to here and there. Like
I fucks with
I
her.
ain't looking for it, but if she pop up, I might let it stay.
Out of all the
But
female artists, she one of the top ones to me. I ain't gonna lie, she hard. But that's funny. I forgot about that. She did, yeah, that did happen. But it's crazy, like to hear a nigga like you said, like legacy artists might be okay, but to hear a nigga like Snoop Dogg say a certain amount of billion of streams and he only received 45,000 for the payout,
shit.
insane, bruh.
See, I have a feeling that like these streams are going into a wallet that is like filled with Bitcoin because it don't make no sense if like the price of Bitcoin, bro, is crazy for real, for real. Unless it's somebody starting out and about to do a pump and dump, but
Hmm.
you know, like man, for one Bitcoin, some people, man, they want that 45. You feel me? Like
Mm.
you might be able to find something lower, but man, the way that the streams are going, you need pretty much quadruple the numbers of what you like. All right, you said how many billion for 45,000?
I didn't give an exact number because I don't know the exact.
So if like 45,000 is X amount billions, in order for you to really like make some money, bro, you gotta quadruple those streams, which is damn near impossible, just for you to actually like really make some money. If you not like, how can I shit? If you not with a label and you're independent like type shit,
Mm,
you ain't really seeing your money. Is what I'm pretty much saying. Like you have to do Drake numbers and keep that shit rising in
hmm.
order for you to be able to buy yourself back or buy yourself out or even put some money in your own pocket. Like
Right. Shit, most of
everything,
them be
it's
coming.
really a Ponzi scheme if you think about it. Like man,
Yeah.
how they been doing these labels and shit. You got the main label that's like Atlantic or whoever,
Mm,
and then you got like whoever is signed to them. They start their own label, and they
mm-hmm.
looking for people to sign, and they just keep on going. So that
I never
money,
looked at it like that. That is like a Ponzi scheme.
But see, I think it's like this though. Like with
You
the
smoke weed?
streams, I think the streams either gives big companies flags like, okay, this guy doing these type numbers. So like we could give him a certain amount of, we could give him a deal, you know what I'm saying, with a certain amount of money, you know what I'm saying, because you know he got a lot of streams, he got a lot of people looking at him. It's like the the level of how much you can influence. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm.
then like if you are already an artist out here, you know what I'm saying, and people know you, your streams like either solidify you or it don't. Like you know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying, and then people know that like okay, I could push my products through them. But then another thing is like I think how people getting paid through streams is through the internet. In order for us to see this this content, we gotta have internet. So like everybody pay an internet bill. So the internet company is paying these people a certain amount of money, you know what I'm saying, as far as these streams, I think.
Okay, so what it sound like what you saying is damn near like partnerships. Niggas
Yeah.
pay for partnerships, not necessarily the streams itself.
Hmm.
Cause it's two ways to look at this. Like, so this is where I be skeptical at. Cause you got a nigga like Snoop who's saying he only get 45,000 or whatever off of a couple billion streams. Then you got a Nipsey Hussle telling you, nah, I'm eating off my streams.
Hmm.
See,
You got a nigga like Sauce Walker who telling you each album is like a apartment building, and each song on the album is like an apartment building, and that's like getting paid from your tenants.
it's
So somewhere that's
but
this is why I'm like, man, like maybe niggas who saying the industry is broke is
the
is
ones that's
is
in the
misleading us because they know that they eating off these streams and they don't want us to eat off these streams too. So they downplaying what you make so you can be like, fuck it, I'm gonna just let my label have the streams and I'm gonna eat off the tour and the
Hmm.
merch.
shoot. If that's the case, like man, it's reverse of what I said. The niggas that are actually under the labels aren't eating, but the niggas that are independent and was able to do this shit organically are able to eat because they know that comfort level and they're not going above that. Like even Sauce Walker, like man, he has a different revenue streams.
Right,
Like so, even if he do go above one comfort level, he has others to fall back on.
right.
A lot of people that do that music shit, that's all they do. And then they blow their money and then they still owe the record company. That's
Mm-hmm.
and so that's how cause see that's what people don't understand. Like when you get a deal, you know what I'm saying, that's just a loan.
Right.
You just promising like, okay, I'm gonna make more money than this, so we both can eat. But if you don't, you owe the record company. Like you know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes.
Mm-hmm. Shit, that's a good point, bro.
Yeah, I mean, but the whole point of even taking a deal is they gonna force your music out on people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
you only can push so hard. People only gonna like you so much. Like it
Damn.
ain't if they ain't gonna play if they ain't pushing you on the radio, you know.
That's how I like a couple of Sexy Red songs. At first, I was like, man, this shit trash. And you done heard it so
Nah,
goddamn much.
fuck her music.
I, and she got, I
Ruin,
ain't gonna lie,
ruined my night.
she got a couple hitters in her.
Ruined my night. I don't give a fuck. She
Shake your
ruined my
dreads,
night.
shake your dreads, shake your dreads.
Fuck Mesa too.
Huh?
Shit. Wherever the fuck we was at, man. Fuck.
You said what?
Fuck wherever part of Arizona we was in that night.
What you talking about?
Oh, you don't remember the hookah bar?
They was playing sexy in there.
We was playing sexy on the way.
Shake your head, shake your head, shake your head, sexy. Yeah, but nah, you that's all right. So what we got to figure out is how to do what the labels is doing, but at our level. How can we do that with our small budget, small influence? And your camera is
Yeah, I don't
your
know why.
camera is tripping. Yeah. It's cool as fuck, but it's like it's like you're not even talking. Why did it zoom in on
I
you?
don't even know.
But yeah, we gotta figure that shit out, bruh. I've been looking into it kind of tough lately. Like, how the fuck can I move like a major on a local indie level and slowly scale it? You know what I'm saying? I'm not opposed to. I'm really not trying to like jump out the window and just hit stardom tomorrow. Cause the sooner you get it, the sooner it go. But I am trying to figure out systems that make this shit easier. I can be more efficient and more effective. Excuse me. That's been my aim for no outlet. But yeah, man, we didn't reach that time. You know what I'm saying? We didn't cover some shit, my nigga. We didn't talk about some shit. I can't wait. Like right now, and I know we still alive. Right now, our community is not nowhere near where I want it to be. But I love doing these shits and talking like this because at some point,
It
somebody's
will
gonna come
be.
back and listen to this shit.
Oh
And I
yeah.
just pray we giving as much game and we coming off as real and authentic as possible. You know what I'm
They're gonna be like, man, what happened that night at the hookah bar?
saying?
Why do we not like Sexy Red because of it?
What the
So
fuck?
many
Yeah, that's something to talk
questions.
about outside of the live. Cause yeah, what? Yeah, shit. We gonna talk about it. But signing
It,
off for the motherfucking live.
it's,
Another
it's not
episode
really
of Our
Sexy
Lab
Red's fault.
Radio.
I just like blaming the bitch.
There's another episode of No Outlet Radio, episode 15. I know we said episode 15 we was gonna have the champagne popping and all that, but I
I
think a
got it.
good milestone is episode 20. We reached episode 20. I'm hoping we can have everybody, damn near everybody in the squad on the live at that point, and we could really celebrate and celebrate our consistency and just working towards putting that No Outlet brand out there. And
It was a celebration every time I hit the flow.
damn, that sounds like a
Ooh.
bar, nigga. That's a bar. But yeah, signing off.
Peace.